Hey subscribers, Flathead Terry again here, working on my Model A 1930. What in the world am I working on today? Well, this is what we have here. We have, first of all, we're going to start with the problem. Problem is we have an overheating problem. We have an overflow. After about 7 to 8 minutes, it overheats and goes down through the overflow tube. Not a good situation. So what I believe is there might be something plugged up in the water jackets of the motor, potentially, maybe something in the top of the radiator. So we're going to take this apart and back flush it with this little apparatus I made right through here. Okay, here's the apparatus in action. You can see there's water flowing out of there. And if you come along over here, I have the hose connected to my apparatus here. I have a hose connection all the way through here. So pretty much just back flushing it through the system as much as possible. The water's running really clean now, but of course it was all rusty and full of little particles, nothing bad. So I'm running it a little bit longer and then I'll go on to the radiator. Okay, now time to back flush the radiator. So I have it connected. You can see I got the radiator hose through a little valve to control the water flow through my little tube here, through my reducer, all the way through to the bottom of the radiator. So it's going to start flowing back up and go all the way up there and come out over here and down this tube, and then I'll put a 5-gallon bucket in here to collect the debris. Hopefully there's quite a bit there and help solve my overheating problem. Well, let's see if it works. Okay, turn the water on. It's got to fill up the radiator. Okay, here's the remnants of what's coming out. Okay, I don't know if you can see this in the reflection, but the water's very brown. A lot of rust. A lot of small little pieces of debris in there. So let's continue to flush until that water's clear. Okay, that's the second bucket full and it's still brown. Still a lot of rust and stuff coming out of there. Okay, that's the third bucket. Getting clearer. However, it's still got some rust and particles in it. Okay, that's the fourth bucket. Yeah, getting much better now. Okay, I got it running. After the back flush, I now have about 188 degrees coming right off the top. I know I got it overfilled in there, and I know there's some sediment coming out of there, so I'll clean that out. I got to do another flush with it, but definitely not overheating. I just took it for a spin, so I think we're good there. I think I'll put the antifreeze back in there and get it all flushed out again and go from there. Okay, just took it out for another spin. And let's see, we're at 170 right now, so pretty happy with that actually. I don't know if you can barely see it, so it's about right there where my finger is. Yeah, about 170. I'm gonna go around the block again, see if it goes any higher. Okay, just went a few more miles. And we're shooting at about, let's see if I can focus there. Where is it? Right there. Let's see, about 184 right now. 184. Okay, for those interested in how I put this apparatus together, what we have here is basically, if I take a look over here, this is the valve, just a standard hose valve, and then that's connected to just a flexible tube. I have this laying around. This came off my old washing machine for the hot water connection, so I just used that. It's just flexible, makes it easier to manipulate. You could also take this valve off here and connect it here. This is just another fitting I had laying around. And then basically what I did is I had this 1.5-inch PVC pipe, and then I just had a cap that I glued on. Basically drilled a hole, and I just happen to have a 3/8 by 18 national pipe thread tap. Tapped the hole, connected it in there, made it nice and secure. This tube is kind of long. I made it long, or kept it long on purpose. It was easier to get down into the tube above the radiator, as you saw in the video. And then also I have an adapter here. This you can get at any hardware store. Basically, this is a 1.5 on this side, which adapts to this side. Here, we'll go like this, and it plugs in here. This goes down into the lower connection on the radiator, which is 1.25. So that's what I use there. Pretty basic, real simple. You can make one yourself. This worked wonderfully. Didn't have any issues with it. I liked having a little valve on here too, so instead of going back and forth to your water spigot back at your house or wherever it's connected, you can easily turn it off and on here. So that's it.